Now we're going to turn to UPS announcing layoffs for 20,000 workers and the closing of some facilities. Rebecca Jarvis is back with the big picture. Good morning again, Rebecca.
Yeah, nice to see you, Michael. And these are big job cuts coming to UPS. The company announcing that they will lay off those 20,000 workers and close a number of facilities as it dramatically reduces shipments of Amazon packages, something that's been in the works for quite some time. Like so many companies recently, though, UPS also.
Okay, wanted to stop right there before she continued on. I don't know if you guys remember, but it was a few, man, I don't know how long ago it was. I feel like it was last year sometime. But um I want to say CBS did a story about one of the shipping hubs in Seattle, somewhere in Seattle. Yeah, I think it was somewhere in Seattle. And they have machines doing everything from the loading to moving things around logistics wise, all that stuff in the warehouse. And they were saying this is not going to replace humans. This is going to work alongside humans. And then at the time I'm watching that, I'm like, okay. Mm, it's like, don't pee on my leg and tell me it's raining. It was clear to me that that was the beginning of the end. The other sign that was clear to me that was the beginning of the end was when their unions made that landmark deal to where a lot of employees got some pretty good raises over, I think it was over a 5-year period or something like that. I don't have it pulled up in front of me. I'm going off the memory here, but and they did some advance, said they would outfit a lot of their trucks and all of that good stuff. Um, then I was like, man, that's a lot of money. That's something in my head. I'm like, because I write a lot of budgets, I know how they work, and you can't increase a budget just, you can't go 0 to 60 that fast. It takes time. And so when I saw that, I was like, I don't know. I mean, it's good for them. Get it while you can. But one of the sayings is, "Pigs get fed, hogs get slaughtered." And I remember thinking, like, "Wow, that's," and there's people that I know, and living in the Atlanta area, UPS is here. Not that I have any extra insider detail, but I've met people who are with the company, and it was a windfall for the employees. But I'm thinking back in my head, I know what happens in these types of scenarios. There's usually a cut. Anytime you increase something, you have to take it from somewhere else. And companies, organizations, I don't care what they are, I don't care if they're charities, nonprofits, they are not going to take the loss. They're going to pass that loss along to someone else, whether it be their consumers, um, whatever. And UPS taking this type of hit, if you will. And a lot of people, well, they make a lot of money in this and that. You may be right. Okay, now what? The point of a company is they want to make gobs of money. And if we haven't figured that out by now, well, you're playing from behind. Catch up. The point is, this is not the only company that's going to do this. It's not the only company that has ever done this. There will be more to come as AI advances and things like that. It's like time, we're on a ticking time bomb. And that's not to be doom and gloom here. It's just like, let's have a real talk and realization that, hey, you got to get it while you can. Let's continue on.
Also saying it won't be able to forecast future guidance given the current macroeconomic uncertainty with tariffs. Railroad companies, trucking, airline, and shipping companies have all felt significant slowdowns recently, with U.S. companies effectively sitting on their hands waiting to see how long and how impactful President Trump's tariffs will be on their businesses.
Forgot all about the tariffs. That's another component. Um, oh, this is terrible. I personally hate it. It touches home a little bit because I remember 2008 clearly, and I got laid off, and it was a very tough time in life. I think I was, had my own apartment. I was single, and man, I remember I could not. My job went overseas. I was doing machining at the time and manufacturing, doing like for medical and like satellite pieces and stuff like that. And I just remember that feeling you get when you walk out of the office and you've been handed the slip and you gotta kind of hit the reset button. And luckily for me, I was pretty cool with the family and they, ended up getting me a job for a couple months to tie me over so I could figure things out at, another family member's, another one of their family members had a company across town that was in manufacturing as well. And they were able to get me in there for a couple months to help them out with some large orders and shipments and stuff like that that they had, which was great. It filled the gap, gave me some time to get my stuff together, get a game plan because I'm scrambling, I'm stressed out, and I'm on my own. And I was just like, man, didn't come from wealthy family, so there was nothing to go back to. Just kind of had to figure it out mode. And I just remember going to well, anyway, I'm not gonna say that. I'll say that story for another video. But my point is, this sucks. That's 20,000 people, families, mortgages, obligations, all of those things. Families that, you got summer camps, car notes, insurance, hospital bills, you name it. And I think this is a wake up call for all of us now more than ever. And this report, I think there's some more people coming out, but this particular one from ABC News was done, I think, about a month or two ago. But the point still remains the same. You can't depend on anyone else, unfortunately. Companies, there's no such thing as loyalty. It's what have you done for me lately? If you want to make yourself valuable, my suggestion is get close to revenue. People who get close to revenue tend to survive layoffs. The only way to keep profits up is to keep wages down. Get close to revenue, and that is your best bet. If you're a foot soldier, unfortunately, there's just not a lot of hope. Even a lot of white collar owners. I think what do I got in here? Um, I think that's a tough one too. But get your houses in order. I think we got to stay away from luxuries. What do I mean by that? Trips, vacations, all of those things. I think for the next few months, this is time to go monk mode, to lay low, and to just figure some things out, stack some chips for a rainy day. Because as we can see, there's storms brewing everywhere. And I even made a video, I think, man, I want to say it's last year sometime as well, about layoffs coming off. Actually, one of my highest ranking videos here. And not proud of that, but, it's one of my unfortunate calls. But let's finish this and get out of here.
Shippers experienced this surge in traffic early in the year as U.S. businesses raced to get ahead of the tariffs and stockpile merchandise and supplies. And now we have this ongoing uncertainty. The more of it that we see, the longer it lasts, the more
Okay, so please feel free to like, subscribe, comment. I appreciate everyone. I think we're up to 190 subscribers. Um, Stay tuned. Find creators that are creating content that could better help you and your family avoid situations like this. So when it comes, it's not a stress out. It's we're gonna be okay. And just to put a caveat here, these buyouts, they're not the best deals. As a person who works in corporate America, when you get a bonus, it's taxed very high. I want to say like almost 50%. So it just sucks. It's unfortunate, but find good content creators who are honest people. And obviously, they're not your financial advisor. Make sure they're, doing things legally and by the book. But get educated because it's getting hard out here. And I don't see it getting any easier, unfortunately. And the winners and losers are people who own assets and people who do not. You want to own assets. Assets go up over time, which is why I like real estate because real estate is historically over 5,000 years. It is a hedge against inflation. It's a tangible asset. Learn the fundamentals. You're not going to jump in over a weekend and figure it out, but you can learn it. It is a skill. So anyway, please don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share. Appreciate you guys and tap in so we can figure out how to um, not feel stressed about these types of things. And hopefully I can provide some help and pour into you guys. All right, take care. Bye.